guys, welcome to tonight's Lean and Green. Tonight we are going to be making a roasted asparagus and shiitake mushroom souffle. Never made a souffle, never had a souffle, but hey, why not? First time for everything. So we're just using a few simple ingredients for today. We're going to be using just a little bit of almond milk, the hero of the dish, asparagus, some shiitake mushrooms, eggs, onion, a couple tablespoons of part skim milk, reduced fat mozzarella, olive oil, salt, pepper. We're going to drizzle a little of this lemon olive oil on top and some olive oil spray just to coat the inside of our ramekins when we start baking. So wish me luck, hope this turns out, and enjoy the video. So first thing we're going to do is just line a cookie sheet with some aluminum foil, just so we have less mess to clean up. And all we're going to be doing is putting our asparagus. I already trimmed the ends, but we're just going to put our asparagus on there. We're going to lightly drizzle with some olive oil just to coat it a little. Mix those up, get them coated. Spread them out, lay them flat. We're also going to throw in a few shiitake mushrooms, and we want to just coat those a little bit too. And what I like to do is rub my hands with the oil and then just kind of massage it into my mushrooms so there's not big globs of olive oil. And then we're just going to sprinkle this with some sea salt. We're going to throw it in the oven at 375 for about 20 to 30 minutes and just get these nice and roasted. And then once they're roasted, we will take them out and add them to our Vitamix with just a little bit of salt and pepper and just a little bit of almond milk, because we're going to be making kind of a puree with them. And then we will get our egg mixture going, fold that in, and that's about all there is to it. So we're going to stick these in the oven. See you in about 30 minutes. Almost forgot about our onion. What we're going to do is we're just going to slice up some onion, throw that on top, and get that roasting too. We're not using very much onion, just a few little slices. All I'm going to do is just take it apart, throw it on my cookie sheet, and bake that with our asparagus and mushrooms. So while our veggies cook, we are going to be using 8 eggs, 6 egg yolks, and 8 egg whites. And what we're going to do is separate them in 2 different bowls. The egg yolks will go in the Vitamix with the asparagus and mushrooms and onions and be blended, while the egg yolks, we are going to beat them with a hand mixer until it forms soft, fluffy peaks. The most important thing I can say about this recipe is to make sure that your eggs are at room temperature. So in the morning, just take out a few eggs, put them in a bowl on the counter, and just let them sit out all day, because if they're cold, this will not work. They need to be room temperature when you do this recipe. So now what we're going to do, that our vegetables are roasted, is we're going to add our onion and our mushrooms to our Vitamix. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to chop a little bit of the asparagus so that we have little chunky pieces in our souffle. So we're just going to take a couple, and we're just going to chop some small pieces, and then the rest we're going to add to the Vitamix. Now, as we're blending these up, we're going to add a tablespoon at a time of the almond milk until we have a nice puree. So we poured our asparagus, our vegetable mixture from the Vitamix into our egg yolks and mixed it up. Now what I'm going to do is just add the asparagus that I chopped. And I'm going to add a few tablespoons of some part skim reduced fat mozzarella and mix that in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to beat our egg white mixture until it's nice and fluffy. And then we're going to fold that into this. And then we'll put it in our ramekins. I will be using little tiny mason jars. We're going to spray the inside with some olive oil, put our mixture in here. Then we'll put it in another baking dish and we'll add water to the bottom of this. And we will bake it at 375 for about 30 minutes. So now that we did our egg whites, they're just a fluffy mixture. You can see they don't move really. What we're going to do is add about a third at a time and just fold them gently into our asparagus mixture. You don't want to over mix. You just want to gently fold it in. And it's okay if you still see white. Nothing's wrong with that. It doesn't have to be mixed completely thoroughly, but we want to mix it up for the most part. And then what we'll do is we'll spray the inside of our ramekins, fill them, and bake. All right, our 30 minutes is up. So I'm going to take these out of the oven very carefully. Remember, you have water in your pan, so you don't want to burn yourself. Here they are. And I have a couple more in the oven. It actually ended up being 6. For 2 servings, you'd have to eat 3 of these. So I think what I would do next time I make these is I would cut my eggs down to just 6 eggs instead of the extra 2 egg whites. And then you have 2 cups of asparagus and 1 cup of mushrooms. So it gives you the perfect 2-serving lean and green. And I think next time what I would use instead of these little mason jars is a ramekin about this size, something bigger to bake in. Just so I don't feel like I'm eating too much by eating 3. These will start to fall pretty fast. Whoops. Whoops. Try not to drop them everywhere. Operator error here. See if I get this back on gently. But there it is. So I think next time I would just go with the 6 eggs. Like I said, this is my first time making a souffle. It was fun. I can't wait to taste them. I hope you liked this recipe. And for more of my recipes, you can subscribe to me on YouTube for all of my recipes. And I'll see you next time. And as always, remember to eat healthy, make good choices. Your body will thank you for it in the future.